So we're group 2 and we'll be doing our presentation on the reduction of red meat consumption. My name is Trang.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Christian.
I'm Akila.
And my name is Simran. So I'm going to start off by sharing our agenda real quick. So to quickly outline, this presentation will consist of a brief introduction, background information on red meat consumption, current data trends we have found in regards to red meat consumption, and our innovation proposal, of course, and impact outcomes, and leadership and staffing, resources needed, and lastly, the funding required in order to make this all happen. Okay, I'm going to start off with a brief introduction. So according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, beef consumption has risen since the mid-1970s, and individuals who intake red meat are more prone to getting cardiovascular diseases and cancer. And in the general population today, there's very little health services that are actually working towards solving this red meat epidemic problem. So in order for individuals to live a better life, they're going to need to cut down on their red meat intake. And in order to do that, they need to be alerted of the effects associated with them, and that's what we plan on doing. And with that being said, we've taken on this innovation idea that could help all individuals control their red meat consumption. And we hope that after this presentation, you guys will be on board with us to help get this innovation going. And now I would like to pass it over to Tran.
So I'll be talking more about red meat and meat consumption. So meat has been an important source of protein in the human diet, but it has been negatively associated with physical health and the environment. Processed and red meat are factors in increasing all-cause mortality, meaning that the more red meat you eat, it increases your chance of dying at an earlier age. Recently, there has been more attention focused on red meat alternatives such as soy-based meat, plant-based meat, and also cultured meat. So some current data and trends. Meat consumption continues to rise in the United States and other developing countries. The United States actually consumes more red meat, more than the global average at 58%. More consumers are moving towards meat alternatives due to wanting a more healthier and sustainable lifestyle. The highest motivators for consuming red meat are taste and quality. And meat consumption is rising in the United States, but more individuals are moving towards a more plant-based diet. So from personal experience, I am moving towards a plant-based diet, and I have seen an increase in more energy, just more active in general. And now I'll be passing it on to Jesse to talk about the innovation proposal.
So our innovation proposal is going to be trying to target the most wide audience possible and try and move them towards more of a meat alternative based product. We aim to utilize technology to target young adults, middle age, elderly, and even children. Mainly because everyone has access to a cell phone nowadays, and we want to use that to our advantage. We want to be able to inform members about meat alternative products and teach them the benefits of utilizing a soy/plant-based product, and also inform them about the consequences of over-reliance on a meat-centric diet. And we want to be able to track the progress of the meat alternative products consumption and information that people obtain by utilizing the app. And we want to be able to have it so we can easily give people access to finding locations that sell these products and where they could find restaurants and grocery stores that are selling this alternative products of meat. And we want to also provide incentives for the members that utilize our app by giving reward points that they could utilize to redeem gift cards such as Starbucks, Target, Walmart, and other various stores that are very popular that are in demand. And we want them to complete surveys to ensure that they are reading the information, or at least looking at the information, that is revolving around the information that the benefits of changing their diet. And the impact outcomes that we want to see from the population that are using our app is going to be changing their diet so they could move towards a more healthier alternative and reduce the risk for chronic diseases as a result. We want to reduce the population's overall cardiovascular diseases prevalence, and also type 2 diabetes, and also some cancers that can occur by having too much meat-based products. We also want to reduce morbidity and mortality and make sure the people that are utilizing our app and the general population can live a longer, healthier life. And I'll go ahead and pass it on to Sim.
So in order to make this all happen, we will need a facility, and we would like our facility to be run 5 days a week. It would be Monday through Friday, and it would run from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And for staffing, we would need at least 3 technicians, and we would hope to find a software or application developer. And we would need 3 technicians in case there were to be any glitches in the app. So like, for example, like if someone was using our app and they were to experience any glitches with the app and like, or something was messing up, they would be able to call in to the facility and let us know what was going on. And then our technicians should be able to address the problem and get the app up and running again. And then we would need the app developer because there are multiple features in the app that we would like to develop. And one, we ourselves do not know how to make the app ourselves. And the app that we want has multiple variations of features inside of it. Some of the features we would need the software developer to be able to make is to be able to formulate a tracker that individuals could see if they've been making progress or not. And then we also would like to have a reward point system, as we mentioned earlier. So we would need the app developer to be able to make that and make it in a way that we're not losing profits for every time somebody is rewarded. And then we'd also need the app developer to be able to find out a way that they can update the list for where alternatives for red meat could be found. So like ideally we would like the list to be updated maybe like weekly or bi-weekly, so that way the consumers that are using our product could have updated lists and they don't have to like make it a hassle to go and find alternatives for red meat. And now I would like to pass it over to Akila.
So some resources that we need to make this all possible would be brochures and pamphlets to make people more aware of our innovation and more aware of our progress of how we're progressing. We will also need computers and Wi-Fi accessibility so we can keep people up to date on our progress of our application. And so we know how we're budgeting and spending well. We also need cell phones so that we can keep in good communication with each other of how we're doing.
So funding that we already have attained are from organizations that believe in our same goal. These members make it a point to change the overall health conditions and reduce chronic diseases amongst the population, such as organizations like the American Medical Association that want to make it so everyone lives a better and healthier life. We also have the American Heart Association that have the same exact goal to reduce cardiovascular diseases, and we also have cancer institutes that want to prevent certain cancers from also developing that can be brought upon from overconsumption of meat. And also we have organizations that want to reduce the overall prevalence of diabetes type 2 and to reduce it by utilizing plant and soy-based alternative meat products. And overall, we have progressed greatly with the development of the app, and we are constantly moving towards furthering and obtaining the better outcome for the population. And I'll go ahead and pass it on to Christian.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to say that this is an innovation that we had envisioned, and as you can see, it's a startup. So with that said, is that we have ideas, and with those ideas, we have plans, and we have plans that we know how we can execute it, but we also need help from third parties as well. So with that, I want to say that overall with this program that we want to do, it establishes to pretty much the reduction of meat, which is a killer for many Americans, and we want to prolong their lives. So therefore, we want to reduce red meat consumption. Also, excessive meat consumption can increase health risk factor in the long run, especially if individuals are consuming red meat every day. In order to raise awareness, we want to make this publicity also with reaching out to many departments, many employers, and to dismantle the causes of red meat consumption. This online application will definitely facilitate that. It's tailored to understand the implications of red meat consumption and the options to alternative food, which we're trying to get people to transition to. The purpose also is for people to become more educated, more equipped with the tools through this application, and explore the resources that can make them make better decisions in their lives and in their dietary habits.
And lastly, we would just like to thank you guys for listening to our presentation, and we really hope that you guys would like to join us and help make this innovation possible. Thank you.